Come with I, preacher man.
Yes, sir.
Me preach peace and single peace. And me put my out on the microphone, me short and musically I type an intention and then people go on.
Yes, sir.
And you boy, you girl, you me single musically. You know that you are.
Yes, sir.
Once again I come to you with greetings from my family, from my environment, to you all. I'm here once again on this crusade for peace. I'm here once again to deliver this message because it's very important that we live in peace. It's very important that we embrace peace. It's very important that people love themselves. I felt so terrible when I heard over the news the number of people that were massacred in the northern Nigeria yesterday. I felt so bad. My people are being wasted. The other time I heard over the news how lives were wasted. I felt so terrible. The other time I saw my people buried in mass in Benue State, Plateau State. I am not happy about this. Today I want to speak on the 7 ways of dealing with crisis. 7 ways of dealing with crisis. When you want to deal with crisis, it's not managing it. No. Whatever you are managing, one day will turn against you and go out of hand. When you are managing a situation, it means that you are not capable of handling such situation. So you don't manage it, but you handle it. So how do we deal with crisis is by preventing it. Right now, that is everywhere. How do we deal with it is also by talking. By talking. By putting in place reasonable projects, reasonable organizations that can be able to campaign for peace, to sensitize people. And that's why, number 1, home training. Upbringing of a child matters a lot in handling crisis. I'm not talking about grown people. We're already adults. In the next 20 years, I will no longer be strong enough to do what I can do today. I remember when I was 20 years old. Today I am 40-something years. Few years time, I'll be 50 years. In few years time, I'll be 50 years. And so you do not expect me that what I could do when I was 20, that I would do it now. And you do not expect me that what I am doing today, that in the next 20 years I will still do it. You do not expect me that what I am doing today, in the next 30 years, in the next 40 years, I will still do it. No, it's not possible. It's not possible. And that's why we must start training our children who will take over from us. We will stop educating them in evil. Home upbringing matters a lot. So, home upbringing matters a lot in preventing and fighting crisis. The grown ones will talk to them, manage them, but solve the problem with the little ones. Solve the problems with the little ones that will take over. Solve the problems with the little ones that will come up tomorrow. A child that is 10 years today, the next 10 years will be 20 years. If you try to train that child properly, in the next 10 years, that child will carry cutlass and start looking for somebody to cut off head. Start looking for somebody who will be head. Start looking for somebody to deal with. If you fail to take care of that child that is 7 years, if you fail to talk to that child that is 5 years, if you fail to talk to that child that is 7 years, 8 years, 9 years, 10 years, 11 years, 12 years, things are going out of hands. So our bringing of the child is number one in dealing with crisis. I'm inviting relevant organizations, governments, local governments, state governments, federal government, everyone, let us look in the direction of training our children or bringing up our children, because some parents has failed. Some parents has failed. Let's train our children by ourselves. Let's take responsibility to build a better future. I want to be a good and happy old man when the time comes. I want to live a happy old life when the time comes. That's why I'm singing now. I want to be a happy old man. I don't want to start shouting of peace when I'm old. I want to relax as an old man and see young people doing something good. Our bringing up a child is number one in dealing with crisis. Relevant agencies should look into the upbringing of children. Forget about parents. Some of them are failures. Some of them has left their responsibilities in the hands of their women. So when we tackle the issue of child upbringing, we are preparing a better future for all. Number two, as we talk about upbringing of children, we are talking about education, making education compulsory. Making education compulsory. The other time I was walking along the way from my area to Baradu roundabout, I saw little children that are supposed to be in school, hawking, selling pure water, selling buns, selling biscuit. Some are even conductors, vehicle conductors. I went to Ajabula the other time. I saw a child that's supposed to be in secondary school as a conductor. When I approached the child, I said, why are you not in school? Because school is free in Lagos. Why are you not in school? He said to me, I want to help my mama. That was his response. In such situation, in dealing with crisis, such children should be arrested by government and give somewhere and educate that child. Because leaving that child like that will become a diarrhea on the neck of the people tomorrow. When I say somebody becoming a dowry on the neck of people, is that it will make people to start purging tomorrow. That's what I'm saying. When somebody is killed, the entire society will go on purging. When you are crying, shedding tears, you are purging. Leaving such child, at that moment, he will become hooligan. At that moment, he will learn how to smoke marijuana. At that moment, he'll be taking cocaine. At that moment, he'll get involved in different vices. Before you know what is happening, he has cutlass and has guns. So there must be a law that will prevent children within school age doing business. You must educate our children to deal with crisis. To deal with crisis, we must educate our children. It should be government responsibility because parents has failed. Is that child, does he not have father? Somebody call himself father. Somebody made the woman pregnant to give birth to that child. And where's that person? It's irresponsible. Number 3. Marriages must be regulated. There must be agencies that will regulate marriages. Marriage is not more when you get up, you pick up a woman. No. Marriage is not more when you see a man, you jump on him. No. If a woman is not married, we know as a country you are not married, we'll take care of you. Yes. Than jumping into marriages that will cause us pains. Because when you get into such marriages, you produce children that you cannot train, and make babies you cannot train, and cause problem, cause severe pains for the nation. We must regulate marriages. It's not going to be business as usual. Now when you see a woman on the road, you pick. When you see a man on the road, you jump at him, your husband, your wife. No, we must regulate marriages. I am soliciting that government should look into this direction, regulating marriages. If you're a single parent, we know you're a single parent. You must be capable of taking care of that child. It's not when you come, somebody make you pregnant somewhere, and you cannot take care of yourself, the person cannot take care of you, you give birth to a child you cannot take care of, and you begin to cause pain on us. No! We will regulate all this. I'm soliciting, bring the government. I know government has a lot to do, but I'm pleading with them to involve private sectors in this, so that we can have peace, so that we can have peace, so that we can live in peace. These children that we get through these processes is what is causing problem. They are the people causing this problem. They are the people making us to live in pains. So we must regulate marriages and relationships. You can't be a single parent when you cannot take care. You can't get married when you know that you don't love each other. I'm not talking about being very rich. If you love each other, you must know how to take care of the children. So we must regulate marriages. Number 4, electoral fraud. This another issue. When we educate the masses, the market women, the artisans, the poor, the rich, stop collecting money from politicians. A leader cannot give you money to lead you. If a leader gives you money to lead you, where do you think he will make his money from? That is why you privatize leadership in the country. Because you bring so much money, sharing people money, giving them money. Are you minting money? Somebody that is coming to serve me is paying me to vote for him to serve me. Am I not encouraging corruption? Let me tell you, the masses are the ones encouraging corruption in this country. The masses, they are the ones encouraging corruption in this country. You know why? The politician will come with bags of money from Godfathers and start sharing you bags of rice and bags of this and bags of that, giving you money. Where do you think he will recoup his money from? Won't he pay his godfather? And after giving you the money, you expect good services. That's why the curses you place on them is not going to work. You are talking nonsense by placing curses after eating money, after collecting money from them. So if I am a businessman, I come to you to buy something and you do not expect me to make gain. What are you talking about? Elections is one of the problems we have in this country, in the whole of Africa. Election. When we deal with the issue of election, sensitize people, Make them to understand that once you collect money, you sold the conscience of, you sold your conscience and sold the future of your generation, and you cannot get a return. Let me ask you one question. Those that gave you money since inception of elections in Nigeria till date, have they served you well? Is it not crisis here and there? A leader that comes to give me money to vote for him is not a leader, but a businessman. A leader that comes to hire thugs to kill people to win election at all costs. What is in your mind? To serve your people, is it by killing them? Are you buying the seat of power? Are you buying the seat of leadership? Are you buying leadership? Leadership is made by God. So we will look into this area, talk to people, stop selling your votes. When somebody come and give you money today, you say no. And you look at the person and see that if you say no, that the person may kill you, you collected the money, and the day of election, you go there and follow your conscience and vote the right person into power. Next time, you will not like to share money. That's the truth. So the masses should stop. You are corrupting Nigeria. You are corrupting the politicians. You are corrupting the leaders. Stop collecting money from anybody. Somebody would have wanted, okay, if you want to employ a gate man you want to employ will come and give you money to employ him. What will he do? He will steal from you. That's one thing you must know. Number 5, get women involved in leadership. Get women involved in leadership. Women are closer to the children. I keep saying this. Women are closer to the children. You may not like it. You may not like it. If one day I become a chairman of family meeting, the 50% or 70% of the people that will work with me will be women. I tell you honest truth. When you get women to work, you get the job done. But when you get men to work, they will not do the job, but they will steal. Get women to work. They will talk to their children, cage their children. Get women, make them to be involved. Gender discrimination has cost us a lot in leadership. Let's look at it in this way. A man has finished building a house and get married to a woman. And when the woman comes into the house, very early in the morning, as early as 5 o'clock, the man is off. The woman is the one that knows what happened in the house. Whatever that goes in the compound, the woman knows. Until the man comes back in the night. Who is managing that home? Is it the man or the woman? The man only receive report from the woman and give instruction. The woman will enforce the law. The law enforcement agents in every home are the women. The law enforcement agents in every home are the women. And so they will be responsible in enforcing law in the society. Make women to understand their duties, that they are our mothers. You will get results. Number 6, make laws that protect married women. Make laws that protect married women. Married women, I mean to say. Make laws that protect married women. So that married women will no longer be beaten anyhow. People beat them. Their husbands give some of them injuries. Some of them can't even make contributions. The man only used them as sex tools to machine children. The woman can't talk. In some homes, when women even want to caution the children, they receive beating for doing that. Marriage is not by force. Marriage is not by force. If you don't want to marry that woman, yes, divorce her. Yes, you've not committed crime. But remember, in divorce, children suffer. That's why I said that marriage must be regulated. It must be in love. There will be a regulatory agency that will handle marriages. It's not Women Affairs Commission and this and that and that. Let it be spelled. Let government, let police get some people arrested and try them in law court and keep them in jail for beating their wives. Yes. By so doing, marriages will start having meaning and crisis will be dealt with from the root. Number 7. Introduction of moral centers in all schools. Introduction of moral centers in all schools. What I mean, moral centers, bringing in people who are knowledgeable enough in guiding and counseling and have a center where every student, I said every student, goes there to receive counseling. Yes, religious leaders come there to educate them, counsel them, starting from nursery school to primary schools, to secondary school, junior and senior secondary school, to all tertiary institutions. Moral centers must be established, and it becomes a compulsory thing that every student go there to receive counseling. Whether you have anything to tell them or not, you must go there. They will look at you and educate you on how to live in peace and find out what is happening in the family where you come from. Some people in the higher school of learning come from a family where father butcher their mothers, do all manner of nonsense on their mothers, and they come to that place. Yes, they may be educated by learning or acquiring one certificate or the other, but what is inculcated in their brain from childhood to that moment is still there. It's not erased. When they go to those moral centers, the counselor there will put words and find out what that child is going through, and find out what is troubling that child. By so doing, we are dealing with crisis. But when we are managing the already made crisis and we fail to deal with the growing ones, they will all grow. It becomes an inheritance. But when we fight it to a standstill by dealing with it from the grassroots, we will get a better society. That's why Peace, Development and Conflict Settlement Center, I'm appealing to everyone to join hands with me and my people to ensure that our nationwide peace march becomes a reality. Support this move. Multinationals, indigenous people, friends of Nigeria, friends of Africa, join us. Make Africa a better place. Make Nigeria a home for all. Let's have a better society. When Nigeria is good enough to do business peacefully, America, you will come here and you'll be happy. Britain, you will come here, you will be happy. France, you will come here and you'll be happy. Germany, you will come here and you'll be happy. The entire European countries, you will come here and be happy. Asia, China, yes, you will come here and be happy. You know, when I hear some foreign leaders making some statements against Africans, I laugh. Why am I laughing? You make these statements, but somehow, directly or indirectly, you are encouraging crisis in Africa. I am appealing to you, please, not by condemning African leaders or condemning Africans as a whole. It won't solve the problem. It won't help matters. What I expect you to do is to ensure that things are done properly in Nigeria. When Nigeria gets it right, the entire Africa will get it right. Because Africa, Nigeria, Africa is depending on Nigeria. The most populous black nation on earth. And that's why I keep saying that any black man you see anywhere is a Nigerian. Because once you are an African person, you are Nigerian. And once you are a Nigerian, you are an African person. You see, it doesn't matter the way you see it or the way you think about it. That's your headache. But that's truth. Diarrhea of Africa is Nigeria headache. When Nigeria falls headache, Africa will have diarrhea. Yes. Imagine in Libya, they were selling Nigerians some small money. In Libya, killing Nigeria. South Africa, killing Nigeria. Let me have this to tell all these African countries. Nigeria is your gold. The headache of Nigeria is the diarrhea of the whole Africa. Take it or you leave it. Ensure that there is peace here. Africa, 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 Africa. The unity of Africa begins with Nigeria. Thank you. I will come again. I will come again. Remember, the Peace March in October. By the end of this month, I'll be appearing on this show or anywhere I am to deliver talk on peace. I'll be appearing on our outfit. White cap, white shirt, jean trouser, and white shoes, white canvas. From end of this month, I'll be appearing on that outfit anywhere I'm delivering speech, so that people will get to know that October 1st, we will begin our journey nationwide. We must be peaceful. We must be happy. So, let's love one another. The man in Boronu, love me. I'm your brother. The man in Sokoto, love me. I'm your brother. The man in Katsina, love me. I'm your brother. The man in Zamfara, love me. Yobe, love me. Benue, Mina, which is Niger State, Plateau State, love me. I'm your brother. Ogun State, Ondo, Oyo, Lagos, love me. I'm your brother. Delta, Akwa Ibom, Rivers, Cross River, Imo, Anambra, Enugu, Ebonyi, Abia, love me. I am your brother. I love you all. Join hands with me. Let's support whoever, government or any organization that is interested in peace, so that we can live in peace. Long live Nigeria. Long live Africa. Long live black people. Long live the whole world. Thank you and God bless you.